All right, everybody. Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast Show today. Fuller Broadcast 24/7 news, live media coverage. And right now, I've been having a little difficulties, so I'm gonna get Aunt Joey back on here. My co-host. I got let's see. I apologize for any inconvenience. I just want to thank my hosts, Anthony Cruz, my sponsors, www. You go to their website, www.quitbitchin.com, and put in the code Fuller, Fuller, for 15% off. And I also like to thank D&D Bates and JB Handy Pro Services LLC. I apologize for the difficulties right now. Let's bring everybody on back on and see what happens. All right, let's get Joey on. Then we get Anthony Cruz. I don't know what happened to my page. All right. Try. All right. So, as you guys know, this week, Thursday, I got two fighters coming on my show. Time's going to be at 6 Mountain Standard Time. Then we have 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So don't forget, Wednesday, we'll also be having a live talk show with Anthony Cruz, which is live right now. What's up, bro? Sorry about that, man.
That's cool.
Joey should be coming back on here in a minute. There he goes.
Okay.
Now, I think we're going to be able to hear you now. I think what happened is it wasn't recording, so it didn't show up at all.
Ah.
All right. There he is right there, showing stream. Can you hear us?
Nice.
Guys?
Okay.
All right, man. Sorry about that. It wasn't recording live for some reason, and it booted us off, so I apologize about that.
No, you're good. You guys are good.
All right. Hey,
so I was saying that I don't see that. Well, that's the problem with a lot of the sport, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, MMA, bare knuckle, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That they always favor the guys who are the big names with a big contract because they want to be picky. We're fighters. It shouldn't be like that. If you're there, you should be fighting whoever is in front of you, whoever wants to challenge you and won't take the spot. Yeah. So I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people that late in their career like to cherry pick their way out.
Right.
Especially when, like, I don't know how much Hector's getting paid per fight, but he's probably getting paid more than I am. It's because he's done more in the sport. But yeah, I don't think it's right. To cherry pick on the way out, especially when you have young, hungry guys like me. And no one else. There's no one else calling him out. Like, I haven't heard of anyone calling Hector out.
Wow.
So give me the shot. Feldman feeds me all this bullshit. Joey, we gotta build you. But he's not building me. So
right. Then when you want the challenge, to push you on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, listen, especially there was nobody else, and you're willing, to bang with him. It's like, why not? I mean, hey.
I don't get it, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep training like I'm getting ready to fight. I'm hoping to fight in like July. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I wish you the best, man. Keep training, because you know how the sport is. Sometimes, whether you're training or not, they might call you last minute, and you gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a chance win or chance miss. As a fighter, so you gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that the sport is still growing, and you never know what's gonna happen. It's still a lot of things in the open. So stay ready.
Yeah.
Stay ready.
That's my motto, man. I don't believe in luck. I believe in when.
That's right.
When that's it. No luck. Just preparation versus opportunity. That's it.
That's right. Amen. Yeah. Amen. You got that right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joey, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I'm gonna bring somebody on the screen. I'm not sure if you guys know him, Travis Thompson.
Yeah,
Sure, you guys heard about it.
He's got the legendary beard. How could you not know?
Yeah, he could knock out somebody with that beard alone. You know what I'm saying? With that beard alone, he could knock somebody out.
That's it.
What's up, Travis?
I can hear you. I can't hear Joe.
You can hear me?
You know, maybe I have to go get headphones. You want me to go get headphones?
I think we all got headphones on, yeah.
You might have to put the headphones on. We can barely hear you.
All right, give me a minute.
All right. Hey, Joey. So before we got mess up earlier with the recording, so you're training right now. What is it like to be training during the virus? Are you keeping in shape, healthy? Was there a lot of things you had to change around?
No, I mean, honestly, I'm walking around a little heavier than I should, but only because I'm fighting heavier than I usually do. I'm nonstop training. I'm getting that road work in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hitting mitts in the park. The only difference is I'm not sparring, but I don't have a fight schedule yet, so there's no reason why I would be. But yeah, no sparring yet. I'm just hitting mitts, and I'm doing like I have a teammate. His name is EJ. He's a 4-0 professional boxer out of Mayweather's. So he's like basically me, him, and Kofi are working together at the park, and we're working on timing, slips, and just head movement, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, not too bad. But other than that, I'm doing my best to stay in shape.
So, what's the relationship with the fighters you have in BKFC? Different weight classes. Do you guys get along, or are you guys just like calling out each other all the time? And what's the relationship like?
Well, it's always business for me. I don't take anything personal. Like I don't like even the shit I was talking to Hector. It's a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So I gotta talk shit, but I'll never call out people's families and heritages and backgrounds. I want to fight. I gotta fight. So I think I get along with everyone for the most part. I'm a pretty timid, quiet guy. There's only one guy. I lied. There's only one guy that I don't like personally, and that's Phil Baroni because he's an asshole. But other than that, I get along with everyone. Phil, I called out Phil on the first bare knuckle card I've ever fought on, and he thought it was wise to write my wife on Instagram. So yeah, so I confronted him. We actually fought on the same card, and I confronted him because I fought Julian Lane and he fought Chris Lieben on that one card. And when I confronted him in the lobby, he like scurried away from me, and then I almost had to push Mark Colburn out of the way. And I'm not going to do that to Mark because he's old and he's a legend. So I'm like, you know what?
Right.
And I'm not going to cause a scene in a Holiday Inn lobby. But he said he showed his true colors. He ran away, and that's a problem with these older guys. These guys that so much in the sport, and they see a young, hungry guy like me. Like I'm 31 years old. I'm not a 25-year-old killer, but I salivate when I see these guys. You're in my weight class. You got a name. I want a piece of you. And then they run away. So maybe I came on too strong with Hector. But I
would think for somebody who's been in sport that long, just like he has, he will know better because it's nothing new. I bet when he was young and a coming up fighter, he would do the same thing too, or somebody else will do it to him. So I don't think it's something new in the sport. So I don't see how any fighter would be shocked or surprised with a younger fighter they're calling them out and take it personal. Listen, I called last year. I call Conor McGregor out, and then the UFC tweeted me. Listen, he's taken. So
yeah, right.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I called him out. You know what I'm saying? But the UFC tweeted me. Listen, who he was fighting. He was fighting somebody next. And I'm like, damn, and that's the last thing. That's the last thing I heard. But you gotta be like that because if you sit down at home and keep waiting, fights will never happen.
No, the opportunity is not going to jump in your lap. You got to go make
That's
shit
right.
happen.
That's right. Amen.
And then I didn't call him out because he's old and he's at the end of his career. I'm literally thinking like, all right, Chris Lieben, he's on the way out and he's fighting Marcel Stamps. But you got Chris Sorrow, that young kid, the kid from New England, the good boxer, right? I personally messaged him and I said, hey man, let's fight. I walk around at 220, 225. I can meet you at 200. Respectfully, he said, I'm
Right.
down. It's all work, but nothing came of it. So
Hmm.
I called out Hector. There's very, very few people in that 200-pound weight class. So I told Feldman, I'll fight at 85, 95, 200, 205. I'll fight in 4 different weight classes if I have to go to get what I want. And it's not like I'm not marketable. I'm not Rory McDonald where I just sit there and look weird all day and don't talk too much. I have a mouthpiece. I'm a marketable person, but for some reason, Feldman just doesn't. I don't know if he sees that or not. I know he didn't like my last fight, even though I won. That's the first thing I did after I got my hand raised. I walked to Feldman. I said, "What'd you think?" It was a 5-round war. Me and the kid Walter
Right.
Barros beat the shit out of each other. You know what he does? He goes like this.
Nah,
Okay.
see, that's not cool. But
I said, okay.
I don't understand about being marketable because you know what? If you're a promoter of any show, that's your job. Promote it,
Absolutely.
hype it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if this guy. How many times you see guys with no background, with not a big following? They make they want they go in
Yeah.
there, they put a good show, and so they become marketable. You know what I'm saying? But you as a promoter, well, that's the name says it all. Promote it, hype it
It's
up, market it. That's your job. I
That's
don't
what
care.
you
I
have
don't
a
care if the
whole team.
guys. Yeah, I don't care if the guys, come from a background where it's little or it's not known or it's unheard of. But that's your job to hype it up. Now you got a lot of hype fights. You got a lot of big name fights. They don't produce shit anyway. You see what I'm saying? So you got
Yeah.
guys you're paying a lot of money and they're big names and they don't give it the show that the fan deserves. And then when you see somebody like you who wants to make a name for themselves, they don't give you a chance. I mean, there should be a balance in the middle,
Yeah, absolutely. Travis, can you hear me now?
I hear you now, brother. How you doing?
Beautiful. I'm good. How
Nice,
are you,
nice. How
man?
you doing, Travis?
I'm doing well. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, buddy.
Good.
Welcome to the show, Travis. I appreciate you taking the time out to come on my show. And I've been having a little problems with the site. So give us a little about yourself right now, Travis.
What's up, buddy? Do what? A little bit about myself?
Yeah.
Bare knuckle, man. That's what I fucking do. Bare knuckle fighter. I'm the animal. They call me animal. It's
Right.
because the way I am. Nothing but intensity. I'm always in your face. That's what I
Before
do.
bare knuckle, you were doing anything before bare knuckle?
Yeah, I was a pro boxer for like I don't know, almost 10 years. Dave Feldman.
Wow.
Dave
Oh,
Feldman's
hey.
dad was my trainer. Marty
Ah.
Feldman. Marty Feldman was my trainer. So Dave's been a part of pretty much every fight I've ever had.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know
So you and
Feldman
Joey
well.
know each other.
Yeah. That's I live maybe a half hour away from the guys.
Nice, nice.
So hopefully you can talk to him. Talk to Dave and let me get that Hector fight.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would love that. Dude, he was talking shit. He was talking shit. I was like, dude, I don't think you want that shit. Like you're too old for this shit. Like it was cool. Your name's something. That's why you brought Hector Lombard out. But new breed, bro.
That's
You're
it. And I'm 31. I'm not exactly over the hill yet.
Exactly.
And but I was telling these guys, I was like, the moment I beat that Walter Barros kid, who I'll tell you this, my last fight was no picnic. That kid went to a draw with Joe Riggs, and everyone thinks, oh, he's just a jiu-jitsu guy because he has ears this big. And I said,
right.
that kid can hit. I've never been split open like that before.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I did, well, you know what I did. The only reason I won that fight because it was a close fight. When I sat my ass down after the third round, even Coach Dewey goes, "You got to step it up. This is a little too close." Because he's very honest with me in the corner. You lost that round, you got this round. So, but two things won that fight for me. I started going to the body and conditioning. That's it. Yep. And the first thing I did after I got my hand raised, I ran over to Feldman and I said, "Feldman, what'd you think?" And he goes like that. And I said, come on. Just because it wasn't a knockout. I know he wants knockouts. He wants knockouts.
Of course he does. You want action. Yeah. That's what you got to have.
And I think my fight and your fight was only a fight to go to distance that night, right?
Was that when I fought Dat, right?
Yeah, that was BKFC 8.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was. I don't think I watched it because I think you fought just before I did, so there was no TVs in the room.
The main event went to that was a knockout.
No.
You're right.
Yeah, it was just us two that went to decision, and so I told Dave I got knockout power. My second bare knuckle fight, I think I had the fastest knockout on that card. That was the like Dada 5000 in that little Trigon cage thing.
Right.
And I knocked the dude out in like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get there, and I will. I'll get these big name fights. I just gotta keep talking shit, which is not my style.
That's what it is, bro. That's what, like, everyone thinks I'm a complete asshole. Which, dude, I'm 37 fucking years old. I'm done being like, all nice and cordial. How you doing this? I don't give a fuck.
No.
I got a couple years left. What the fuck do I care?
Yeah,
like, if you don't like me, tough shit. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. Like, dude, I make more money doing work. I only do this shit because I like hitting people.
Right.
Absolutely. That's why all of us do it.
I know, dude. Like some people's vice is drinking, smoking weed, doing that shit. My vice is fighting. That's what I do.
That's right.
That's what I do.
Getting paid just a bonus.
That's right. Yeah. I shouldn't be saying that shit on live because then all of a sudden the paychecks are like, yo, you know what? You're good. You don't need none.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Anything.
But those guys with the beard have a big advantage, though.
What the fuck's a beard? It don't matter what. What's the beard help? Why? So when they throw a punch, it fucking pulls the hair out and it just pisses me the fuck off. And I got people
that's it. You're only making me angrier. That's all.
Yeah, that's all you're doing is piss me off.
That's all you're doing.
You gotta do the Travis. You gotta do the Captain Lou Albano for one fight. You gotta put little rubber bands in it for me.
Yeah, it's getting there. I might be able to corner this shit.
That's it.
Yeah. You don't understand, man. I used to have cornrows. Like I grew my hair super long because I wanted to donate it.
Nice.
So the only way to donate, you gotta have like 10 inches or whatever.
Yeah, it's gotta be a certain length.
Yeah, you can't box with long hair, so you had to put it in cornrows. That's the only way to do it.
Right.
That's the way to do it. Or a man, or a man bun, like.
No, that shit.
You get no respect for fighting with a man bun, bro.
Yeah, a man bun. Let me guess, you gotta come out with capri pants too.
Right. Yeah. No. There is a limit.
Here's a quick question. I know bare knuckle is becoming a big popular sport now, and I've been reading a lot of headlines about Mike Tyson doing this, Mike Tyson fighting this guy. What is the deal with all these call-outs? I mean, are it speculations or is it true?
Well, people are just calling them out because they want to be somebody.
That's right.
Yeah. Like, what was it? Tito Ortiz is like, oh, I'm a legend, you're a legend. Get the fuck out of here. You
right.
Yeah, like, I don't mean it because he was good, but he's not a legend. He was good. He was a good MMA guy. And
right.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw up an MMA guy against a boxer. That's the way you do it. I like the fight with Vanderlei Silva. That would be a good one because they call him the Axe Murder. But you got to realize, it's fucking Mike Tyson. He's got, I got some screws loose. That motherfucker makes me look like a saint. Okay?
Yeah. If you see his videos training, man, he looks good. He looks good.
He does.
And I will take him serious because Mike Tyson has a big background, trained with a legendary trainer, Castamaro. You know what I'm saying? Has knockout power in both hands. Knows how to move. He's not just a guy that you take from the street and put in there with an MMA guy. Because a lot of MMA guys don't have boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, because he does dirty boxing. Yeah, dirty boxing is dirty boxing. It's not boxing. I don't understand how people.
The thing is, dirty boxing's allowed in bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
That's the
one
thing
right.
When I was a boxer, I was the dirtiest fucking boxer you ever met. I hit you low. I don't give a shit. I'm hitting you.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying with a boxing, when you come from a boxing gym. Training real boxing with your hands, and you know how to use them, compared to somebody who's like borderline street fighter, it's a toss up,
It's night and day.
That's right. That's right.
I personally, I don't want to rain on everyone's parade. I could see him coming back to an exhibition, but I would never. I don't think we'll ever see, unfortunately, ever see Tyson in a BKFC ring.
It would be cool, you know.
It would be
I think
amazing.
they're going the right way with it by saying something like Vanderlei Silva. You gotta
Right.
also Tyson. I mean, the money's there, obviously. Maybe it's
Yeah.
not enough for him. I don't know. But
I don't know. 20 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, I heard they're offering him $20 million. Yeah.
It said over 20 million.
And then Vanderlei, at this point in his career, at 10 million,
Yeah.
I would jump all over that. My thing is, I don't understand. I mean, Dave's got to have some big backing of sponsors. I commented before. I'm like, I don't know if they could afford 30 million.
Yeah, I saw your post. But the thing is, you don't really need to worry about that because his name alone, name alone is gonna sell the pay-per-views.
That's right.
You don't think, dude? Shit. I mean, how many million people do you have to get to watch a Tyson fight? You know, to get 20. Well, whatever. We'll say it's $40 million to pay for all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me, they're getting $40 million out of just pay-per-views. Yeah. That's not talking about all the shit that you're gonna sell, all the merchandise.
That's right.
All the tickets, everything else.
And he's known around the world. He's his name is around the world. I mean, he's known everywhere. So it will be easy to sell that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how much he's getting offered from like the exhibitions from like China and shit like that because maybe they got more.
Right.
That's where I was thinking maybe that's why he's not doing it.
Like you're talking about like the Saudi Arabia, right?
Or wherever the fuck I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck it is.
Those guys got such stupid money over there.
He's known around the world. His name is around the world. I mean, he's known everywhere. So it'll be easy.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
Yeah, you playing it?
All right, guys. So what's if they're paying Mike Tyson that much? This is what I'm concerned about. If he's paying him that much to fight a bare knuckle fight, is it fair for you guys to sit around and make less money?
I don't
getting your face.
I don't care. Listen, you got to realize that Tyson also put in his time. You don't.
That's right.
Don't get to just come on there and be like, yo, you know what? Fuck you. This is my whatever, however many bare knuckle fights. I want millions. It doesn't work that way. You're fucking nobody.
No, it doesn't.
Until you're somebody. Like you got to work your way up, just like Tyson did. Tyson worked his way up. He had a great custom model and all them. I mean, honestly, Don King did bring him up. Don King did steal from him, but he also got him his name. So
that's right.
When you get to that point, then you can start asking for money. And honestly, I tell Dave all the time, I don't need to take money from bare knuckle. Hook me up with sponsors. Hook me up. It's my job to make myself a name. I don't want to take from bare knuckle. I want to make myself a name. I want to make my own money. I want to get my sponsorships. Then when I'm somebody and I'm main event, then we'll talk money.
Yeah, I think it makes the market value go up, but then again, I can't, and that's what Travis said. I can't compare myself to Tyson. I can't be like, oh, well, we just because we fight for the same organization doesn't mean I can compare them.
No, of course not. I mean, you know, I mean, you got to know as a fighter, like Travis said, he paid his due. He's been around for a long time. Once upon a time, Mike Tyson was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had no competition. I mean, he was the man, and he was pound for pound the best in his time. How many guys can say that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to pay your dues, man.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Absolutely. So, I mean, maybe it helps with some guys with negotiations closer to that icon level, but for like I said, for me, I got less than 15 pro fights. So, yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work for me. But it's good to see. I mean, it's good to see if you could bring in that type of money. Like I said, say me and Travis get far in BKFC and we're title contenders and shit. Then we can can negotiate.
Yeah, no, we live in a time that they're promoting and it's fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back then when I started fighting, there was no Twitter, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. Now you as a fighter can self promote yourself, like Travis was saying, and put your value up. I mean, make yourself known. Put videos out there. Put your fights out there. Let people know who you are. And the more people know who you are, people will respond to that. You gotta do your own homework too.
That's the whole point. The whole point is to do, like you're saying, do your homework, bring your value up, If I
That's
join
right.
it, you're bringing bare knuckles value up also.
That's
I
right.
mean,
That's right.
like that's why I tell Dave, Nate all the time. I was like, dude, you guys keep putting me on the cards. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm gonna produce. I always put on a show. That's my job. My number one job is to put on a show. Win, lose, or draw, you put on a show. You got to
Yep.
sell yourself. You got to sell the promotion. If you're not selling those things, there's no need for it. So
That's right.
that's the way I look at it. That's why I've been on so many of them. You know, I always
No,
put on a fight.
that
At a 4-day notice, I fought that win. I got fight of the night.
damn.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. But that's exactly what Dana White does. Dana White, the person in UFC, his rule that everybody knows is simple. You lose 3 times in a row, he kicks you out, and then you have to fight other small organizations to prove
Work
yourself all over
back
again.
up. Yeah.
But if you give a good fight, like Nick Diaz does, and what I'm saying, guys like that, he keeps you on the roster, So,
Absolutely.
I mean, it depends what kind of fighter you are. Either you are a boring fighter, or you give a show, win or lose or draw, and they might keep you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Joey and Travis, I'll ask Joey first. Joey, what's the task for you on the weight classes? Do you go up weight classes, down, or you just stay the same weight class?
I mean, for everyone that knows, I made my pro debut at 155,
Shit.
and then
Damn.
yeah, for RFA, 2012, 11 or 12. But honestly, the awesome thing about me is, man, I'm like a nutritional whiz, man. I know my body like crazy. So right now, like I'll weigh myself right now, I'll be 220. In a month, I can be 85 comfortably. It's just I know what to do. I know how to cut weight the right way because I know my body. What works for me now might not work for Travis.
Yep.
But like I told Dave, I said, Dave, I'll fight between 185 all the way to heavyweight. You just got to give me that chance to prove myself and make the name. That's why I wanted to fight Hector at 200 because he just fought Mundell at around 200. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, the more weight classes I can fight in, the more opportunity I can present myself. Cutting weight is nothing to me. It's just as natural as clocking into work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So cutting weight is natural to me. So, but with those 4 weight classes in mind, it opened myself, like I said, up for fights like Joe Riggs and Dakota. I love Dakota. He's one of my great friends, and we were supposed to fight in March. That got kibosh. So like guys like that, I want to fight. I want to fight these heavy-handed tests. You know what I mean? These guys that are awesome. You think Hector Lombard is going to be an easy fight for me? That's not going to be no pay. I plan on looking different for the rest of my life after I fight Hector Lombard. I'm going to win. Swear to God. The guys, like, everyone thinks I'm calling him out because it's an easy fight. He is the hardest fight right now at 200 pounds besides Lieben. But Lieben, like I said, has a fight against Stamps. Anyone else, that Chris Sorrow kid, he's a tough kid, but he's beatable. All these guys are great fighters, but Hector's the only true test for me. So why not fight him? Why not fight the best? You know what I mean? It's so.
Right.
But like I said, the more
you're
weight
also
classes I
fighting a
fight
name too.
it's a huge name for me, and
Absolutely.
it's also it gets me to do what Dave hates, and that's negotiate. Dave hates when I negotiate with him. But he's
please give me the fight, please.
No, not even that. Like it's usually because now that I work in a steelworkers union, so I'm laid off now because I make we work for like Boeing, so no one's flying right now, so we got laid off. So that extra 1,000 goes a long way, especially I got 4 kids.
Hell yeah.
I mean? So when I tell Dave, hey, now that I'm fighting a name, if I do fight Hector or anyone, Riggs, it's a little bit more negotiation room for me. Not 20 million, but maybe I might be able to get like an extra $1,500, stuff like that. So
listen, you keep fighting, you put in a good show, and you hurting these guys, you're knocking them out, whatever. The eyebrows will be raised. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, wait a minute, this guy does have potential. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and especially if there's nobody else out there calling him out or challenging him, they might look at you like, wait a minute, we don't got nobody else. We got this guy over here. You know what I'm saying? And their job to promote it. I don't care what background you come from. Promote him, hype it up.
And I like being part of BKFC. I think it's I could honestly wholeheartedly tell myself, I think this will be the first time that I can honestly earn 6 figures in a fight. Eventually with the organization. MMA,
of course.
Bro, I went 7-1 as a pro MMA fighter on a 7-fight win streak. The most money I've ever won in an MMA fight was like $3 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and
It's also local,
boxing's where the
too.
money's at. Travis will tell you.
Right.
Yeah, you
So-
make more money. But like you said,
All right, Travis, what about you?
What's that, buddy?
What about you? What does it feel like? I know you're heavyweight, right? Heavyweight class.
What the fuck? A heavyweight? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, heavyweight that
I'm
fuck
just
down.
kidding, man.
No,
So how does it feel to try to maintain the weight and everything? How
doesn't
to
fucking
stay in
bother me
condition?
whatsoever. Dude, I work construction. I have my own landscape company. I make my money. I work my balls off. I'm a husband. I got 2 kids. And everyone keeps me going crazy. So like Joey said, it's easy to lose weight. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 12, 13 years old. I wrestled in high school, wrestled a little in college, and weight loss is nothing for me. My entire boxing career was at 135. I mean, bare knuckle, I fight at 135, so I've been at 135 for about 20 years. So it's
Wow.
close to.
See, yeah, I can say that, man. I went from 150 to 185. Won my belt, went down, and I feel like a crackhead, man. I was like, woo! Oh my God!
Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I mean, shit. I've been up to like 160, but you got to come back down. The highest I've
right,
been was like 160, 165, but you got to bring it
wow,
back down. You know.
right,
Like Joey said, it's easy, man. You know what you got to do because, like I said, I've been doing it since I was like 12, 13 years old. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
nothing for me. I know what I have
yeah.
to
Your body's
do.
used to it.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
body's like, you're an asshole. Why are you still doing this to me? If my wife were here, she'd tell you, when she was pregnant
Right.
with my first kid, my son, she's pregnant. She's like 8, 9 months pregnant. She's like, I'm hungry.
Wow,
I was getting ready for
congratulations, buddy.
yeah, dude, please. He's almost 11 now. That was a long time.
Oh,
But no, she's like,
man.
I'm hungry. I'm losing weight for a fight. I don't want to hear how hungry you are.
right.
You're stopping off and getting me something to eat. I was like, yo. And dude, that was probably the first time in my life I was ever afraid of somebody. Because you got a pregnant woman. I'm trying to tell, like, I'm not getting you food. Yeah, she's ready to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, bro. My wife is from Guatemala, so she just wants to keep cooking and cooking and cooking.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
bro,
that's why I got 3 different weight classes.
That's it.
right.
And, she cooks for me every day. I work in the steelworkers union. We work 12-hour shifts, so I eat 3 times while I'm at work. And she's like, babe, all I eat, I eat 11 egg whites in the breakfast, and then for my last 3 meals, I do raw spinach and chicken breast. That's it.
That's cool.
For 8 weeks. And she's like, bro, she's like, can I throw some Goya seasoning on this? I said, babe,
no Goya seasoning, no salt.
Yeah, I don't need to retain any water.
No. So, but I do it. I don't know how you do it, Travis, but I do it like a marathon. I start cutting, so I'm taking the kids. We're gonna go. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go to Duck Creek, Utah. I got a cabin out in the woods.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna go out there. We're gonna go kill stuff. It'll be fun. And then I start like camp because I think Dave hasn't said shit yet, but I know like I want to fight in July or August, so I'm gonna start training as if I'm fighting in July, starting Sunday. So I'll cut a little bit at a time instead of these big heavy weight, MMA weight cuts, 10 pounds a day of.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't. I've never really done that. I've always done the same way as you. You do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. You got 6 weeks to lose the weight, so make it happen. I mean, shit, you can give me a 4-day notice, I'll lose the weight. But it's a lot easier when you have a 6 weeks. I usually eat a pretty decent breakfast, like a decent breakfast, and then lunch I have a pretty decent lunch, and then hardly any dinner. You don't need to eat to go to sleep. When you wake up, when you got to eat, because that's when you need the energy for the day.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm the same way. A lot of high protein. I try not to eat after like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, 2 hours before I go to bed, I don't eat shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am too.
It don't matter. Yeah, but the problem is I don't get home from work till like 8, 9 o'clock. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, I guess you're not eating shit tonight.
No.
Maybe
See,
tomorrow.
I work 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. So I'm definitely not eating shit at work.
Damn.
Yeah, it's rough,
That's
but you know what?
crazy.
I'm glad I have the time off, you know, just to get ready and hang out with the kids. I got 4
Oh,
kids,
yeah.
and I didn't realize how like they're awesome, dude. Like kids,
Yeah.
family. I'm like, I wish I could be a full. This is the reason why I wish I could be a full-time fighter, because I would just train all day, come home, and relax with them at
That's
night.
right.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
It is
they're
a
too
dream come
bad.
true for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially we still trying to climb that ladder. I mean, you know, unless you already had the $1 million contract, you know, it'd be
Right.
like no big deal. But you still climbing that ladder and not making the big money. It's like, damn, it's still not a full time job.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you can't really concentrate everything on the fight.
Mhm.
And I had it like that for a couple of years, so it was easy for me. It would just go to Hansel Gracie in the afternoon, go the boxing, kickboxing at nighttime. Next day, repeat. And yeah, there's no excuse for you not to be the best. 'Cause that's all
Yeah.
you do. That's
Yeah,
all
but
you
see,
do. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
like doing that. I don't like doing that. I mean, I've had
You
fights
know?
where I got, a couple thousand, some good
Yeah.
paycheck, and I don't do that. Like,
Right.
why would I just train? I can still work. I can
Right.
still run my landscape company. So I'm making, those times I was making good, like great money.
Right.
I was
Right.
working at one time. I was working up in New York. I was making like $100 an hour. Well, I don't
Wow.
stop there. Then I'd come home from
Right.
work. I'd come home, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm running my landscape company, making money doing that. Then I'm also
Nice.
training while I'm in New York and while I'm home to get ready for a
Yeah.
fight. They're like, dude, why don't you just stop and just do your job? I'm like, because there's more money to be made. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to make money, and then
You know.
this is my outlet is fighting. That's
Right.
why I still fight. I love it. I
Yeah, yeah.
love doing it.
No,
I love
I've
putting
been
on
lucky
good
because
fights.
I've been lucky because in my job in New York, I was
Yeah,
a celebrity personal trainer in Soho,
that's
New
awesome.
York. I trained
Yeah,
Anderson Cooper, Eric Dane from Great Anatomies, Topher Grace. The name
yeah.
goes on and on and on. So being personal trainer is not really a hard job.
Nah,
You
nah,
know,
but
you know what I'm
but
saying?
you know your stuff too.
Yeah, yeah, it was easy, and it was easy money, and Hansel Gracie's right there. Church Boxing Gym is right down the block where I used to work, so it was just easy for me. But I know a lot of fighters out there don't have it like that. You know what I'm
No.
saying? They have to travel a lot to get to a good gym, and and not just one gym, different gyms, because
Yep.
now
Different
not a
flight.
lot of places have everything in one gym. You know what I'm saying? So. But it is what it is. I guess you have to make some sacrifices and make what was work for you.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely. When do you think the next
All
card's
right.
gonna be, Trav?
June 26th.
No, after that.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I'm hoping. I'm
No,
hoping
I would assume they're
July or
gonna keep
August.
doing the monthly thing, so it'd be June, then July,
In
then
August,
August.
yeah,
That's
would
what
be
I'm
nice.
thinking.
Are you fighting on that
Because
card or no?
I hope so. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
nice.
I mean, that'd be great, but I don't know anything until I get a contract.
Absolutely. I always like
Yeah,
watching you fight.
I heard there was one in June because I was called
Yeah,
to
June
see if
26th
I
is
wanted to
supposed
do
to
one
be
in
in
June. I'm
Miami.
like, it's too soon for me.
Change.
Yeah.
Nah, stop. June 26th is supposed to be in Miami, from what they're saying.
Right,
But
right, right,
again,
right.
that can change because they were supposed to
Right.
have one last month too. But it's all whatever happens.
That'll be done in a minute.
Whatever the state says.
Yeah, yeah. If I was training regular, I would take it. But I told Carl, say, listen, I'm not really training like that. The gym is closed. Just doing a little bit in the
Yep.
house is not enough to go to the ring and bang with somebody.
I don't give a
So
shit, dude. You know what I do? I go out there
yeah, I
streaking.
know.
Go fucking, road rage. Go tell someone to go fuck himself and see what happens.
That's it.
So,
Well, I wish I could have your attitude, Travis, but I
You're
don't.
positive mindset. I love it. I love it.
all right, guys. So Joey, so what do you and Travis, what do you guys think about the newcomers who are on the card on the roster this year? Do you got any tips for them? Anthony's one of them. You guys got any tips for them to help them out to learn faster, or they learn on their own?
Uh,
Um,
Go,
you
Joe.
go,
You go,
Travis. No,
bro.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
All right.
Beards first.
I'll tell him I don't give a fuck if it's a 135 pounder, 185er, heavyweight. Come fight me first, and we'll see if you belong here. If not, get the fuck out. That's my.
I like that. I like
I'm
that.
not. I'm not giving
I'm gonna
anyone
take. I'm
any.
gonna take up on that.
I,
I'm gonna take up on that, Travis.
I've said
We'll buy you a beer afterwards.
I said to people already, I don't care. My job is to, in my opinion, my job is to root through the people that are supposed to be here and who aren't supposed to be here.
That's
So
right. That's right.
if I kick your ass, I hurt you, get the fuck out. You're
That's
done.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Next,
It's done deal.
next,
Yeah,
give me another one.
yeah.
Like my sponsor said, quit bitching.
That's
Simple
it.
as that. Just like
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, who the fuck's telling me to quit bitching? I was like,
No, it's one of our sponsors.
I got it.
That's the name.
Yeah, I was like, hey Jake, what'd you say to me?
No, no.
Shit. I
all
don't
right,
know.
Joe.
The newcomers, I would say, I got 4 bare knuckle fights already. I would tell them, A, market yourself because no one's gonna do it for you,
That's
and
right.
and B, a lot of people don't do this, and I had to find out the hard way, and I'm pretty sure Travis did a test. Don't headhunt in bare knuckle. The body is prime real estate. Smash on that body, and the rest and the rest will follow. I had to learn the hard way by breaking my hand twice on I broke it on
Wow.
Julian Lane's big fucking head, and I messed up my hand last fight just headhunting.
Yeah.
But I think the body, and I think Chris Lytle put it the best because I think Chris has fought on the BKFC card. I
Yeah,
think I saw him
he did
fight once.
He was in Mexico with
And
me.
he said that body. He said you could feel the ribs separate. It's like getting stabbed.
Ooh.
Go to the body. A lot of,
Right.
So that's my and obviously fight Travis. That's my third. That's my
Yeah,
third.
thank you.
I'm not fighting Travis. So you guys can line up and do that.
That's why they call me the animal, dude. I just it's not about money for me. None of this is about money for me. That's the thing. People want money. They want all the money. Blah blah blah.
Right.
It's all about
Right.
pride for me. I'm making a name for myself. It's always when it's
That's right.
over. When I'm over and done, I'm out of here. People still will remember who I am. That's what I
That's
want
right.
to do. That's what it's
Yeah,
all
well,
about for me.
No, when I started back in the day doing kickboxing with Ray Longo and Luis Negras, what you guys know if you're from New York, that was the motto. I said, listen, Cruz, just keep fighting. The money will come. Just keep fighting, do good, and the more you fight, the more you do good, and the more you make a name for yourself, money will come. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's an advice that we all could get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I still
So
think Mike Travis is the way to go.
It is. It is.
it is. So
What are you gonna do
Travis,
with Travis?
would you take a fight like when you get on a
I'd take
card?
a fight fucking tomorrow. I don't care.
Okay. So if a fighter bet, hey, if I beat you, knock you out, you gotta shave your beard off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go for it. Good. Try it. See what happens.
He said it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do that. That's cool. That's cool. Cause you know what? My wife's been trying to get me to shave my beard for how many years now? My son's been trying to, but you know what? My daughter won't let me. So
Right.
she wins.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
crazy.
man.
My son, if you guys ever see on my Facebook, my son looks just like me. Okay.
Wow.
He does.
My daughter looks just like my wife. But yeah, my son's born in July, my wife's born in July, my daughter's born in
Wow.
April, I'm born in April, and we are 2 peas in a pod. You do not mess with
Wow.
my daughter.
That's great.
That's it.
She's crazy. She punches me. I didn't tell anyone this, but she actually dropped me before my fight. I forget, we got into an argument about something. I said no to her about something. She punched me right in the nuts and dropped me.
Whoa.
Oh my god. So my son loves telling the story. He tells everybody. He's like, oh yeah,
Right.
you're so big and tough, but your 8-year-old daughter dropped you. I was like, yeah, thanks.
Right. Don't tell
Yeah.
nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, I'm like, shut up. I'll have her kick your butt.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Joey. I wanted to ask you. The last fight I watched, you thought you had a real bad cut on your eye. I seen that healed up pretty well. What was it like during the fight and after the fight where you were cut up so bad at your upper eye? I think it was.
It was actually right on the cheekbone under my
Woo.
left eye. We actually just had a conversation about this at I was at a little barbecue yesterday, or 2 days ago, and they that picture with me biting the metal, my eye looks all blown out, and they said, how does that feel like? I said, I know it sounds sadistic. I said, because the moment I got hit, I waved him on. I said it fucking turns me on when I get hit in the face like that.
Yeah.
I said
yeah.
it's got to be a fighter thing because, you know.
It is.
Yeah, and he caught me like I said. That kid had giant friggin' Brazilian Amazonian hands. He had big knuckles, and when he hit me, I felt it. But you're in such a
yeah,
like
your adrenaline's so
mindset where
high.
it's like shit. Yeah, and I think it's a messed up thing. If I smash someone in the face and blow their whole eye out, and they're just like, "Let's go," I'm like, "Oh shit, this is weird." So that's, and you know, it wasn't that bad. The stitch guy. There was only one guy doing stitches that night. He did them pretty fast. He did a decent job. One of the stitches came out. It was funny. I had Jacob Stitch Duran sitting next to me on the way home because I live in Henderson, Nevada. He lives in Henderson, so we flew on the same flight. And it broke open, I guess, to do the altitude. And I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed like this, and I just feel someone batting it's fucking Stitch trying to like clean up the blood. So I don't know what I meant. But awesome. It was right. He gave me some CBD cream, which I really didn't mess with too before, but I had a lot of vitamin E in it, and I got rid of the scar, almost no scar tissue.
Nice.
But it was cool because I've been split open. I'm a southpaw, so I lean with my right side of my face. I've been split open on my right eyebrow a lot, which is normal. But to get split open in a place like that, I think it shows adversity because I didn't freak out. I was like looking at I was trying to look at the camera, but Dewey wouldn't let me. He's like, fucking focus. So in between rounds, but it was all right. It's stitched up. What I didn't like about it is my youngest. I have two daughters and two sons, and my youngest Bella. When I came home, she cried immediately. Just went nuts. Yeah, she had her little welcome home BKFC daddy shirt on, and she saw me.
Oh man.
Yeah, none of my kids watch the fights live, so
right.
But it was cool. I mean, it was a story. A vessel must have popped in my eye because my eye was like red for a couple weeks. Yeah, for a couple weeks. Yep. But bare knuckle boxer, man. It comes with the territory. You know.
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
That's it. But I look forward to wars.
All right, sorry about that. Hey, I got somebody wanted me to give a shout out to you guys real quick. You might know him, Brian Maxwell.
Hey, yo, what's up, Brian? How you doing, brother?
He's ready to come out and fight. So he said he wants Mike Tyson for $2 million. So
dude,
I don't know how that.
Shut the fuck up, Brian. I'll fight Tyson for $200. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean.
I would do. Yeah, and Dave will hold me to that too. No, I saw Brian put that up there today. I was like, come on, Brian, $2 million? Shit. You're crazy.
Yeah. It's got to make sense for Dave. Dave's job is to make money. It's Nate's job to make the fights, but Dave's job is to make money. And
to make money, right?
If he could, nothing against Brian Maxwell's fighter. He's an awesome fighter, but they're going to try and match Tyson up with.
It's got to be a name.
Huge name. Huge.
Yep.
And
it'll be me. $200. There you go, Dave.
It'll be the animal.
Yeah, give me $200.
Any weight. Open weight class.
I'll fight at 135. He could be 235. I don't give a shit. I hit him in the nuts. First shot. Get a warning. After that, it's points.
Take his legs away. That's it.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. The weight class really don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta tell everyone this story. I love telling this story.
He just said he was kidding, though, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I fought in Vegas. Dave came with me to Vegas. This was like when I was early on in boxing. I think this was like my 4th or 5th fight. And this dude was on like the 2012 Olympic team. And he goes, Diego Magdalena. And Dave's like, yo, I want you to go out there. I want you to hit him in the nut. I look at him like, what? I was like, what? He's like, dude, right off the bat, hit him right in the nut. I was like, why? He's like, you want to let him know he's in for a fight. Like, all right. Ding, ding, ding. As soon as I go up, throw a right hand right into his nut. Ref stops it, gives me a warning. He comes. I mean, dude, I got. It was a great fight. It went the distance, but I lost that one. Dude, Dave was then doing all my fights from there on out, and we're like at the Sands Casino. We're all over the place. He's like, dude, why the fuck do you keep hitting people in the nuts? I was like, I'm just letting them know they're in for a fight. I was like, you started that. You started my dirty boxing.
Hey,
that's amazing. Did you make it look like did you make it look intentional? Or you just like dude,
it was like there was like the jab wasn't even near his face. I threw a hand up in the air and right hand right in the nuts.
Right.
Dude, I tried hitting him in the stomach. He's like, yeah, you're a little too low. I was like, yeah, I try
Right.
just below the belt, whatever.
That's
I don't
funny.
care.
Come on, buddy.
Yep.
So I don't know how much longer you guys got on the show, but how much time you guys got left?
I'm fine, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's only 7 o'clock out here, so.
Yeah, I don't even
I didn't
know
hear
what time it is. I don't care.
All right. So, Joey, I was going to ask you that toothpick you using in your mouth.
Yeah.
Does that keep you like? Do you use that when you're training?
Yeah, I actually sleep with it. It's kind of nuts. Not many people know this. I don't, I don't divulge too much, but I have, I got 4 brothers, and we all have something called Tourette syndrome. So I have mechanical Tourette's. So my, it used to be really bad. It's like wine; it gets better with age. But I twitch my jaw a lot, and I kind of look like a crackhead when I do it. So like I'll be in the mid conversation, and I'll just go like this. And people are like, what the fuck is this? So usually, instead of telling them I got Tourette's, I tell them, no, I got hit in the jaw. My jaw hurts, in training. But in all actuality, I got diagnosed when I was around 8 years old, and it's just something I live with every day. It's almost it's unnoticeable for me. But my jaw, it twitches a lot, and it's just it's called an involuntary tick. And but when I have a piece of gum or toothpick in, which is almost I have a toothpick in like 24/7, it keeps me from twitching. So that's usually
interesting.
But I twitch. If you watch my fights, I twitch in my fights, and my coach and my dad are like, "Shut your fucking mouth! You're gonna get your jaw broken." Yeah, and they know it's not my fault. It's involuntary, but it happens. But yeah, I got my 3 other brothers have it as well. It's just something we all grew up with. So it's that's what I have. Hey, Lucas, cállate, papi.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool that you found a way to work around that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think I ever heard any fighter, ever with Tourette's, fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that got to be the first. You know what I'm saying? So you to take that, make it to a strength, and be a fighter. That more power to you, my brother, man. That's huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is
there
awesome.
was one Sherdog thing. There was one guy with Tourette's, but there's a couple athletes. Kenyon Martin, he was an NBA player. Twitch from Metal Militia, the dirt bike rider. They called him Twitch because he was twitching all the time.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's easy. Listen, this guy's out there fighting. Like, what's his face? The kid with the one arm. Bro, he's got one arm and he's fighting. What's his name? Nick Newell,
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking to.
Yeah, Nick Newell. I think he fought for Bellator. But it's the worst thing I have is twitching my jaw, and this kid's got one arm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's what's my excuse, right?
Exactly. Right. No. And you see that all the time. Sometimes you try to feel sorry for yourself. You see somebody else in the worst situation. I'm like, wow, if he could do it, there's no excuse for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like so it motivates you. It actually motivates you.
And yeah, like I said, guys like us, like especially being trapped. We have the kids working 12 hours a day construction. I own my own supplement company, which, side note, I'm actually going to be sponsoring a lot of the fighters on the BKFC card. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's going to be bring some over here.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's called Modern Day Gladiator. We're going to be launching.
I saw you put that shit up on Facebook. Yeah, hit me up in Messenger. Let me know about it.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to talk to Feldman about sponsoring the event. Awesome. I know he's not cheap, but I want to do it because it's cool. Like I said, BKFC's home.
That is
cool.
Like
I said, guys like us, we're not prima donnas. We're not above hard work.
Right.
Whether it's fighting, working in the heat all day doing construction and this and that. So we have no excuses. We're going to do what we have to do no matter what.
That's right.
So there's not enough men like us, Travis.
Yeah. It's funny. I fought. Who did I fight? Abdiel Velasquez, right?
Yeah.
I fought him. As soon as it was Dat. As soon as I got off the plane when I fought Dat, I had 2 black eyes. I went right to a job and I put a fire pit in. They're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Dude, you just fought. I watched you on pay-per-view. That was a hell of a fight." I said, "Oh yeah, thanks." He's like, "But why are you here?" I said, "Because I have to finish your fire pit. I got it done right there. I got paid twice."
Bro, after my fight the next day,
Awesome.
The next day I was at work. Sundays, because we're a union job, Sundays premium pay, so it's time and a half.
Yeah, hell yeah.
My eyes all blowing out, and they're like, what are you doing here? I thought you had PTO. I think you took a time off. I said, no, it's a premium day, bro. I'm getting money.
Money in the bank.
That's it.
Yeah.
As long as these work, I can turn wrenches.
Right.
Good.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You think I'm gonna miss that? Hell no. I'm gonna get paid.
That's right.
I got four tuitions to pay for. I can't take a day off.
Oh shit. That's great.
So the training. Do you guys have different training facilities you go to, or you just train in one gym, or just in your backyard? I mean, do you guys work together as BKFC fighters? I know you guys don't like each other, but do you guys try to work together?
I mean, I haven't really trained with any BKFC fighters other than Jason Knight. When I went and trained with Jason Knight, that was awesome, dude. After I fought Dak, I didn't even take a week off from the fight, and I went and trained him for his fight against the Russian Hammer. That was awesome. But dude, we don't hate each other. It's just, dude, we're all in this together, man. We gotta be a tight-knit community, bro, because we're still new. We're still new.
Yeah.
We're what, 10 in so far? I mean, dude, we're growing like crazy. Don't get me wrong, but it's still new. We're still new, so we're still a tight group.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we could beat the shit out of each other for 10 minutes, but we're gonna. I'll always tell my guy, even
go get a drink.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go get a Guinness.
Yeah.
Guinness, and that's it. But my training's been the same. I train with a couple different guys over at Mayweather's and one Kick Nicks, and my strength and conditioning is done over here. It's called Real Absolution. I try and stick with as less coaching as possible, like 2 coaches mainly, just because it's less people I got to pay at the end of the day. But like I said before Travis came on, road work is my best friend now because I can't spar. I can only drill so much, so I've just been running nonstop.
That's good. Good for you. Keep that cardio up, man. That's what you need.
Definitely.
Like you said earlier, that's what pulled you through on the last fight. Your cardio.
Yeah, and that's it. So when things get back to normal, which I doubt it's going to be anytime soon, we're just gonna have to, use what we got. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. It's same here. Like I'm in PA, and all the gyms are still closed and everything. Luckily, I got a loft over my garage, and I have heavy bag, all that shit up in there. And right now it's like over 100 degrees, so I'm losing weight no problem. Go up there, hit the heavy bag, work out, get my 2-3 hours in a day. I ran.
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
Miles with my sister. Yep, that's what you gotta do. Gotta do what you can do.
Yeah, no quarantine dad bods now.
So no chance.
Yeah, I do miss beer though. I miss beer.
Yeah, that's another one of my secrets. I don't drink beer. I drink either red wine or vodka, so I'm good to go.
Geez, I think red wine, bro. That's like I'd be a little too sugary with my girl.
I can't do red wine, man.
I can't do. I like.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
I like Hennessy. That's my shit right there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. So that's good. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope you get on that card. I'm gonna wait till July, but I'm just excited to get in there and like really just. Like I said, it's not about the money. I just want to get in there and just start fighting again. I haven't fought since October, so I'm kind of waiting to get in there.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
I fought February 15th, and then I'm hoping I get back in June. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. And no idea who you want to fight, or it doesn't really matter.
I don't give a shit. I can care less. I can.
I mean, I don't.
At this point, I'll fight anyone, bro.
That's right.
I just want to fight because I know Hector's not happening anytime soon. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So I got about 5 minutes left on the show. So Joey, give us what your focus is right now. What your future is going to be the next starting now, and what you're going to accomplish.
Well, when I got laid off last week, I collected my last check at work yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I made myself a promise. By the time they call me back, I want to be able to refuse a job. I want to work for myself with my supplement company and these fights. That's my goal professionally, financially. And then later down the road, like I want to be undefeated in BKFC. You know, I want to be able to get I signed a 3-fight contract. I'm hoping by the time I re-up, I'd be some type of title contender. You know, whether it's at 85 or 205. So I'm 31. I'm still young. A lot
Yeah, still
of these
young.
guys said that, yeah, haven't, you know, I think my prime is about right now. Kevin Randleman always told me you're going to hit your prime around 30 or 33. So we'll see. That's my goal. Stay undefeated, stay hungry, and just stay motivated.
Cool.
Cool.
Travis?
Yeah, you gotta stay hungry. I like that. That's right.
Yeah.
I just want to take on everybody. I wanna make a name for myself. That's number one. I mean, there's still wait for me to get to the top. I mean, I've had a couple losses that I'm not happy about, but I am the only one that hasn't hit the canvas. I haven't touched the canvas or been stopped in my weight class. All those guys have been dropped or stopped. Anyone
Right.
that's relevant in my weight class. I really don't give a shit who I fight. I just want to fight. I want to make a name for myself. I want fight of the year. I want knockout of the year. That's what I go for. I want awards. That's what I want. I want awards. I want
Nice.
medals. Eventually, I'm gonna get the belt. That's the number one goal. But right now, it's just awards and medals. I want to be known. I want people to know who I am. I want to be able to be a headline event. I want to be a main event one day. I want people to know who Travis the Animal Thompson is, and people are going to buy pay-per-view because Travis the Animal Thompson is there.
Well, I mean, you two guys, Joey, Travis, you two guys have the mentality. You got the character. You got the attitude. I don't see, I can't. I don't see you guys short term. I see you guys long term and doing good for yourself and for the sport. So I wish you all the best, man. I want to see
Thank you.
good, exciting fights. And I, me as a fighter and still fighting, I could see your attitude, your hunger. I mean, I could hear it, and that's rare. Some guys want it, but you could tell they don't really mean it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you
See,
got to mean it. If you got to want it, mind, body, and soul. If you don't want it, mind, body, and soul, it's not gonna happen.
that's right, and that's another reason why I don't like money fights. Because when you get a money fight, okay, this is just the way I feel. Okay, you get a big money fight, they're probably not going to have you come back for a while because you made
That's
that
right.
money, right?
That's right.
Keep paying me little, because if you keep paying me little, you're going to keep calling me
That's
back
right.
because you know what I'm going to bring to the table. You know people want to see it. That's how I'm going to make a name for myself.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I want to be somebody. I will be someone. I told Dave that from the get-go. I said, I will be somebody. I'm going to be someone.
Listen,
I will be the face.
yeah, but like any sport, once you keep fighting and fighting and winning, whether it's by knockout or not, in the end, it's only be you versus the number two,
Everyone.
number three, number one contender. They can't
Yeah.
say no. I mean, it's like, I mean, listen, dude pay his, he pay his way in. You
Yep.
can't say no to do. So whether they like 1, 2 or not, they got to give it to you or to Joey, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Exactly
pay your
right.
dues.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
That's right. So I appreciate you two being on my show, especially Joey. You've been on my show before. I'm glad to have you back and have you more on my show again. Travis, I love your attitude, man.
Thank you. I
Keep
appreciate
going, doing what you do, and I'll be watching you sometime on TV or whatever. So, anything you guys want to say to your sponsors out there? Anybody, your coaches?
Who, me?
Great, Trev.
Joey.
Thanks, Joe.
No, Travis.
I just want to thank all my sponsors. My brother Aaron Kling Law. He helps me out a lot. He's been behind me 100%. I'm hoping that we get to go back down to Florida because that's where he's located. So it's big for us down there. Um, I just can't wait to get back in there. That's all I want to do, man. I just want to go back and fight. I want to be back at King's Gym. That's where I go, man. That's in Reading. I love my boys at King's Gym. I just want to be back in there so I can, get ready for the fights. I'm tired of doing it by myself. I don't want to do it that way. I want to get in there with my guys.
Absolutely.
Just bare knuckle, man. Get this shit done in June 26th. Put me on the card. I want to break someone's face. I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure
Nice.
that everyone watching sees that the fighters have been putting in their shit. They're hungry. That we want to come back and we want the people to watch. Because I'm breaking someone's fucking jaw if you put me on June 26th.
All right, Joey.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank you guys putting on an awesome podcast. I love being a part of it. BKFC and my manager Gil, Alessandro, and guys, please, I know you guys are we're all pretty active on social media. Modern Day Gladiator. I could tell you, promise right now, Travis, you'll be our first fighter sponsored. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. So you're the type of guys that we want to represent our brand.
That's awesome.
And it'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna be everything you need during a training camp. It's in my supplements. Trust me, from protein all the way down to dandelion,
glutamine, glucosamine, all that shit.
All collagen, all that fun stuff. So awesome. Everything I would need, I know you need. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for taking the time out and shedding some spotlight on me and Trav.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Thanks, you guys.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for being on Fall Broadcast. I'll be seeing you guys soon, and good luck. And trim that beer a little, buddy.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
You too, bye.
Hey.
Have a good one, bro.
You too, lad.
All right, there, Anthony.
That was awesome.
And I was having problems with my mic, man. I mean, like I was telling you, it was going in and out. So I had to let them talk till I got it fixed.
Right.
So, what did you think about them two, Joey and Travis?
Oh my God, they're great, good gentlemen. You could tell they real fighters. They're hungry. They want to make a name for themselves. They want to fight. Those are guys we want. They're gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they represent the sports. Not only they represent themselves and the family, but they represent the sports with dignity and respect. And I like that. That's the kind of people we want and we need in the sport to make it bigger and bigger and exciting and respectful. So I'm very impressed with both of them, and I wish them the best. And we will keep watching them and see them grow in the sport.
Especially Travis.
Oh yeah. He's awesome, man. He's awesome. He has the right attitude. You know what I'm saying? I like him.
Yeah. So as you know, while we're live, I got Brian Maxwell next Tuesday.
Right.
So that's going to be another exciting interview I'm going to have with him.
That's great.
So I want to give a little talk to you. How's your gym going right now? The setup? Are you guys almost there?
Well, we finished painting. We finished we're right now doing the office. The office is like, I told my partner Thunder, and my management, said, listen, just take care of the gym first. Hook up the gym first. I don't care about the office. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably the room I won't be less in. So buy equipment, painting. Then with the coronavirus thing, we had to close it down for a couple of weeks. All gyms, the state of Ohio declared the gyms were closed. So for a while we weren't doing nothing. I was going maybe once a week to do a little quick workout and get out of there. I didn't want to get in trouble. But so I finished painting. We finished some of the thing that we need to fix, like the bathroom, stuff like that. We needed to make it handicap accessible, because the city of Vandalia requires that for a commercial gym or commercial facility to be put like that. So we did that. So now the ending was the office. We got some tables, stuff like that. So it's coming up. I mean, I'm excited. I got a lot of guys from Toledo. They want to come down. From New York, they know me. They saying. So yeah, I'm excited that it's still there. We haven't have the grand opening yet, but once Ohio say it's open for business, I guess I don't care if I have one person in there. It's a start. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. As long as it's open, I can start training and train people. I'll be happy.
So, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I thought you broke up. I'm having problems with my mic. I don't know. So,
that's cool.
It's going to be an awesome week this week. I got tomorrow. Me and you're going to be doing a live show.
Right.
Just talk about sports, what's going on around the world. Just get people are upside at how we feel and stuff. So it's going to be a great show tomorrow night.
Cool.
So, then Thursday, we have a couple of fighters. I have one. I can't remember his name. Jeff Chippen. I think it's Shippen.
Right.
I can't remember. I think he's just started bare knuckle, so he's new on the roster.
Okay.
He'll be here Thursday night. And I'm still trying to get. I'll probably get what's his name, Brian Maxwell, which is going to be here next Tuesday, but he wants to come on earlier, so we'll probably
Nice.
get him. And
That's great. Sounds
man,
great.
if I get this computer fixed and the mic working and everything, man, we'll be 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So I want to thank my sponsors, JB Handy Pro Services LLC, DD Bates, and Quit Bitchin' Coalition. And you can see their website right here. It's www.quitbitchin.com. You go on their website. Look, they got everything from slippers, shorts, masks, shirts. You just look on their website. You get 15% off when you check out. When you put code FULLER, Fuller. I appreciate you guys sponsoring my show. A lot of great things are going to happen. I'd like to thank Anthony the Tiger Cruz for being on my show.
Yes, sir.
And we will get this thing rolling, make it a lot better. I'm glad to have Joey on my show, Travis. There's going to be a lot of big names coming up in the BKFC, like Mike Tyson. I think I'll never get an interview with Mike Tyson, but who knows?
You never know. You never know.
So, got a lot more exciting coming. So, do you know if the card came out yet for the BKFC yet?
Nope, I haven't seen it.
I think it was supposed to announce it this week. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it because Carlos will be the first one to put it up, and I'll put it on my page, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, because that's going to be a show we're going to talk about next Wednesday. Once we get it up.
Okay.
So we'll talk about all the fighters, get breakdowns and everything. So
okay,
thank you for being on my show, co-host Anthony.
Thank you.
Tiger. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching a Fuller Broadcast 24/7 sports news, live interviews, and media coverage. Have a good night, guys.